Hi, it's me, Chio. Welcome. So I noticed recently that I got a lot of new subscribers. So thank you for subscribing. Welcome. And to the ones that have been here since, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for making this channel what this channel is. So I decided that for today, I am going to be doing a mini book haul, which is actually my first book haul on this channel. Now, why I decided to do this book haul is two reasons. The first reason is, if you saw my last video, I took a trip to Roving Heights bookstore and it was fun, and of course the temptation made me buy books. And the second reason is actually because of the NSAS protest, and it wasn't necessarily what inspired me. It's just during that time I went into a big reading slump. And for me, reading is kind of like that outlet to express everything I feel, just to feel safe. But I lost that. I couldn't read a book. I've never been in a reading slump like this before. So to be able to actually buy books and read books again is like a positive, like a personal positive, because that makes me feel like I have a way to express myself. So yeah, that is why we are doing this book haul. I don't want to get deep because I just want something light today and simple and fun. So without wasting any more time, let us see the first book of the day. And the first book is Cinder, and that's the book one in the Lunar Chronicles. The thing with me and buying books, first, yes, I like fantasy. I like the epic nature of stories, so I always go for fantasy first before anything. But when I want to select a book, I see the synopsis, I see the reviews, and then I say, okay, this is why I'm getting this book. But right before I get it, I forget why I was even interested in the book in the first place. So I mostly go into books blind. Even when there's a blurb, I hardly read the blurbs. So I'm just going to read the blurbs of the book I got as we're going, and also in the process actually know what kind of books I bought, because I still don't know. So Cinder, the blurb of Cinder. Cinder, a gifted mechanic in New Beijing, is also a cyborg. She's reviled by her stepmother and blamed for her stepsister's sudden illness. But when her life becomes entwined with the handsome Prince Kai's, she finds herself at the center of a violent struggle between desires of an evil queen and a dangerous temptation. Cinder is caught between duty and freedom, loyalty and betrayal. Now she must uncover secrets about her mysterious past in order to protect Earth's future. So basically, Cinder is what are those things called? Where you rewrite fairy tales. Basically one of those about Cinderella, but it's a whole new is it sci-fi? Like, she's a cyborg, so I guess it is. So it's a reimagined fairy tale about Cinderella. It sounds interesting. It's also interesting to see her be a mechanic, because we don't get enough female mechanic representation out there in the world or even in fiction. So this is nice. I look forward to reading it, and it's helped me decide if I usually buy series, but this time I just bought the single book, and I'll figure out if I will buy the next one after reading this whenever I manage to read this. And speaking of mechanics, this brings me to the second book on my list, The Mechanics of Yenagua. Now, I think everybody already knows why I bought this book. It's because of the cover. Look at that cover. The colors just pop. It has like this cartoony look, but also doesn't look it doesn't look like a children's book, but still has that cartoony feel, and the colors are bright and everything. So it's like from the colors or from the look, you can kind of tell it's supposed to be a light or playful story, and apparently it is a funny story. So let's actually read the blurb of this book and figure out what it's about. I'm trying to pronounce the name in my head first before saying it out loud, but I'm going to fail either way, so just endure it with me. Ebinimi. I don't know if like the intonation, I don't know how it goes, but that is the spelling. Take it or leave it. Ebinimi, star mechanic of, oh my gosh, star mechanic of Kala Kala Streets, is a man with a hapless knack for getting in and out of trouble. Some of his troubles are self-inflicted, like his recurrent entanglements in love triangles and his unauthorized joyriding of a customer's car, which sets off a chain of dire events involving drugs, crooks, politicians, and assassins. Other troubles are caused by the panorama of characters in his life, like his sister and her dysfunctional domestic situation, the three other mechanics he employs, and the money-loving preacher who has all but taken over his home. Now, this is like one of those you can't believe this happened to me in my life, right? Kind of story when you read about the character. But like, I already agree with the character, even if I don't drive. Don't judge me. Driving and we don't seem to click. But basically, the idea of me giving someone my car to fix, and then the person takes it out and uses the car. Oh my gosh, I'll be so pissed. I'll be so pissed. So like, I'm already feeling like annoyed by the character, but like the concept of the story sounds funny, and I'm looking forward to reading it again whenever I read it. And the third book on my list is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Now, I'm not going to lie, I saw this book a lot on Bookstagram, like everywhere, and I did not have any idea what the book was about, except that I could tell that the main character was black. But after seeing this movie, Sarah, whatever her name is, Sarah Burgess is a loser. The way the title of this book was Get a Life stroke Someone's a Loser, I just imagined it to have that same direction, and I was already like, that movie was trash. So I don't think I want to read a book that might give up that same feeling. But then I started hearing like reviews of this book, and everybody seems to love it so much. I have to get it. I cannot not know. I can't be the only person that hasn't read this book and doesn't know what it's about. So that is why I got the book, and it is a cute cover. It's simple. It reminds me of like the teen life school drama stories I read growing up. I don't remember how their covers were, but let's say books like Angus Stunts and Perfect Snogging, things around that direction. Although I think these people are like older than that age group, seems like it. But the playfulness of the cover reminds me of the playfulness of those books. So here is the blurb. Chloe Brown. Is it Chloe? Yeah. Chloe Brown is a chronically ill computer geek with a goal, a plan, and a list. After almost but not quite dying, she's come up with a list of directives to help her get a life. Oh, that makes sense. That makes more sense to me than the way I was thinking of it about her. Okay, let's keep reading the blurb. Sorry. Enjoy a drunken night out, ride a motorbike, go camping, have meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex, travel the world with nothing but hand luggage, and do something bad. But it's not easy being bad, even when you've written out step-by-step guidelines. What Chloe needs is a teacher, and she knows just the man for the job. Red Morgan. With tattoos and a motorbike, Red is the perfect helper in her mission to rebel. Oh my gosh. Wow. But as they spend more time together, Chloe resists. Just endure it for me. Just endure it with me, please. But as they spend more time together, Chloe realizes there's much more to him than his tough exterior implies. Soon she's left wanting more from him than she ever expected. Okay, I'm just going to maybe there's more to life than her list ever imagined. I hope you understood anything I said, because I don't understand how my brain could not pick up the words as I was reading it. But basically, it's cute. It's supposed to be like a cute romance story about the good girl with like rules and guidelines meets the bad boy who is more than his image is. That's the story. So yeah, that sounds cute. I would like to read that. Now, why as my moment of epiphany when I read that Getting a Life, I was thinking it was coming from the direction of this person that is doing all these things. And so I was like, yeah, get a life. Not, oh, I actually want to do something and get a life, like get a different kind of life. So yeah, that was my misunderstanding. But this sounds so cute and I cannot wait to read it. Whenever. And the fourth book on my list. I'm smiling, but I don't know what the book is about either. It's just, look at this. Just look at this color. Oh my god, my favorite color. Like, how can I not buy a book with this kind of color? It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Of course, like the inner pages are white because you don't want to spoil your eyes. But my gosh, look at this. It's so pretty. Aurora Rising, which is the book 1 in the Aurora cycle. I really want to read this one just because of what it looks like. It's so pretty. Like, I'm not a person like that loves this color, right? Okay, so here is the blurb of this book. Of course, it is fantasy. Okay, it's sci-fi, but like, okay, sci-fi and fantasy are different. I consider them different by a lot, but basically they're in that same world of suspended belief and epicness of a story. So yeah, the year is 2380 and the graduating cadets of Aurora Academy are being assigned their first missions. Star pupil Tyler Jones is ready to recruit the squad of his dreams, but his own boneheaded heroism sees him stuck with the dregs nobody else in the academy would touch. A cocky diplomat with a black belt in sarcasm, a sociopath scientist with a fondness for shooting her bunkmates, a smart-ass tech whiz with the galaxy's biggest chip on his shoulder, an alien warrior with anger management issues, a tomboy pilot who's totally not into her squad leader. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. In case you're wondering, oh my god, that's even worse. Let me read it fully for you. A tomboy pilot who's totally not into her squad leader, in case you're wondering. Yeah. And Ty's squad isn't even his biggest problem. That be Aurora Jaylene O'Malley. The girl is just rescued from interdimensional space, trapped in cryosleep for 2 centuries. Aurora, again, I'm messing this up. What's her name? Trapped in cryosleep for 2 centuries, Ari is a girl out of time and out of her depth. But she could be the catalyst that starts a war millions of years in the making, and Tyler's squad of losers, discipline cases, and misfits might just be the last hope for the entire galaxy. Nobody panic. Okay, actually, all these books, I'm sure like they get their depressing moments and their serious stuff, but they all sound so funny. I like really looking forward to reading all of them. It feels like actually the kind of books I need now to just keep my spirits up. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. I don't want to feel sad going into them. I'm going to enjoy the books whenever I can make time. And that is the 4th book on the list, but this is not the last book. I got one more book. It is an ebook titled Reverse Falling by Anne Idako. Now, this is the only ebook I have bought recently, and I'm looking forward to reading this one because like when I started writing again and I joined the book community here, I was just trying to find people with similar interests, and she was one of the very first people I found on Twitter, and she hadn't published by then since I've known her online, but she's just like been so supportive of my work and for the fact that we share like similar interests in the kind of direction we want to go with a story, just made me look forward to reading her book. So of course this book, I know I'm going to read it as soon as possible. Let me read a blurb of the story for you. It might get a little bit like, I've read the blurb and it sounds interesting, but just like prepare yourself. Eva Raven has again, pronunciation of names please, whatever. Eva. Oh no, Eva is A. Where was I? Eva Ravine has no idea who has invited her parents to volunteer for the experiment 10 years ago. She didn't know why their heads had exploded a week later or why she could not die. Okay, that is not funny, but yeah. All she knew was that she would do anything to escape the constant agony that plagued her every time she slept. Dean Anderson's life changes forever when he watches an all-eyed girl throw herself over the edge of a 5,000 feet monkey-sized tower. Though he flies after her, he soon discovers that being saved is the last thing she wants. Hearing her tragic story, Dean is determined to change the mind of the girl who wants nothing more than to plummet into darkness. From the shadows of secrecy, lurkers search, seeking for abilities that some would give anything to discard. So that is the plot of the story. It also sounds really interesting. I know like all these stories have an element of romance in them, and there's something very, like everything has to do with sci-fi or technology. We have like from the simplest of mechanics to mechanics in the future to just being outer space altogether. So the stories are, I actually once, now that I've read the blurbs of all of them, I know what they are about. I cannot wait to get into all of them. So if you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments. Tell me if you liked it. No spoilers, please do not spoil the book for me, because I will come after you if you spoil this book for me. But just let me know like your rating or if you enjoyed the book or not. And yeah, I look forward to talking about them with you. Unfortunately, I cannot put these books on my bookshelf yet because I have a small bookshelf and right now it is full, and I also have more book orders coming in, so I have to brace myself to figure out how I'm going to rearrange the whole thing to make sure all my books fit, because I can't keep putting books at random places in the house. Okay, so that is it for my video today. If you've liked this video, if you want to see more book hauls like this, leave a comment below and I will let you know of more books I buy. And yeah, so that is it for my video today. If you've liked this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.